Australian GP. Charles Leclerc takes dominant win as Max Verstappen suffers another Red Bull DNF. Charles Leclerc extends title lead to 34 points as Max Verstappen retires for second race out of 3 with suspected Red Bull fuel issue. Sergio Perez second but finished 20 seconds behind winner. George Russell completed the podium for Mercedes with Lewis Hamilton fourth. Charles Leclerc took an impressive runaway victory for Ferrari at the Australian GP, as race and championship rival Max Verstappen suffered another disastrous retirement with a Red Bull issue in Melbourne. Verstappen, who also had a reliability DNF at the Bahrain season opener, was running second when he was told to stop his Red Bull with 20 laps remaining, as smoke then poured from his engine as he exited the car. Recommended. 1/5. Australian GP. Sebastian Vettel fined €5,000 after moped ride around Albert Park track. Read more. Recommended by. But the world champion still wouldn't have been a match for Leclerc, who was utterly dominant on Sunday and has now extended his early season title lead to a healthy 34 points. Australian GP. Final race results. Leclerc led from pole and was rarely troubled, minus a Verstappen attempt following a second safety car restart, with Ferrari utterly dominant with their "The car was incredible today," said Leclerc, who put the cherry on top of his display with a last lap fastest lap to give him the maximum 26 points. Sergio Perez was second in the other Red Bull after managing to overtake both Mercedes cars, although finished 20 seconds off Leclerc. George Russell completed the podium and is now Leclerc's closest challenger in the championship, with Mercedes enjoying a positive Sunday despite Lewis Hamilton's frustrations in fourth. Hamilton had gone from fifth to third on the opening lap and was ahead of Perez again later in the race, although a safety car from Sebastian Vettel's crash in the Aston Martin played into his teammates' hands. There was also an early race safety car thanks to Carlos Sainz beaching his car, the only blip on an otherwise sublime Grand Prix for Ferrari. Sainz, who should have been in the fight for pole in qualifying but unluckily ended up ninth on the grid, dropped early positions on the hard tire before braking too late in the final sector and running over the grass and into the gravel. McLaren, like Mercedes, capitalized on Sainz and Verstappen's issues with strong points, with the Woking team achieving their first double top 10 of the season with Lando Norris and home favorite Daniel Ricciardo 5th and 6th. Fernando Alonso didn't finish in the top 10 despite his obvious speed in the Alpine, with Alex Albon scoring his and Williams' first points of the season, despite stopping for the first and only time with a lap remaining. Australian GP race result. Top 10. 1. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari. 2. Sergio Perez, Red Bull. 3. George Russell, Mercedes. 4. Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes. 5. Lando Norris, McLaren. 6. Daniel Ricciardo, McLaren. 7. Esteban Ocon, Alpine. 8. Valtteri Bottas, Alfa Romeo. 9. Pierre Gasly, AlphaTauri. 10. Alex Albon, Williams. Sublime Leclerc's early title advantage as Max and Red Bull implode again. In the third race of the 2022 season, Leclerc and Ferrari enjoyed their most dominant day yet, and the Monegasque already boasts what is a rather ominous title lead over his rivals. From the first lap when he aced the start, to the last when he posted the fastest lap of the race, Leclerc was in total control and Ferrari were often lapping a second quicker than any other car. While Sainz's early exit was a blow, Ferrari were then handed a boost with Verstappen, the only driver who has been a match for Leclerc so far this season. Much like it's too early for Ferrari to get complacent about 2 wins from 3, it is too early for Red Bull to panic about 2 DNFs from 3, although there will certainly be concerns after their star driver was hampered again. Verstappen said he detected a weird smell before being told to pull over, and while the smoke hinted at engine issues, Red Bull boss Christian Horner told Sky Sports F1 after the race that he suspected a fuel problem, which also ended Verstappen's race in the opening Bahrain GP. While he won in Saudi Arabia, Verstappen is already 46 points behind Leclerc. "We're already miles behind, so I don't even want to think about the championship fight at the moment," said Verstappen. Today was in generally just a bad day and not really having the pace. But we didn't even finish the race, which is pretty frustrating and unacceptable. These kind of things, if you want to fight for the title, cannot happen. More to follow. This is a breaking news story that is being updated and more details will be published shortly. Please refresh this page for the latest updates. Sky Sports brings you live updates as they happen. Get breaking sports news, analysis, exclusive interviews, replays and highlights. Sky Sports is your trusted source for breaking sports news headlines and live updates. Watch live coverage of your favorite sports: football, F1, boxing, cricket, golf, tennis, rugby league, rugby union, NFL, darts, netball, and get the latest transfers news, results, scores and more. Visit skysports.com or the Sky Sports app for all the breaking sports news headlines. You can receive push notifications from the Sky Sports app for the latest news from your favorite sports, and you can also follow at Sky Sports News on Twitter to get the latest updates.